How's everyone doing? It's been a little minute. We had a little
change of scenery.
Yes. Yeah, a little
change of circumstances. We're going up in the world, guys. The first one was so successful.
Yeah, that we
got a whole new studio.
We have a whole new studio, a whole new setup. I think it's a little bit cuter. What do you guys think?
I love it.
It's more.
I love the cowboy.
That's I
love the little props.
Yeah,
this little guy.
Yeah,
we have a budget now.
We got sponsored. I'm just kidding. Imagine.
Hey, I'm Tet.
I'm Thaisa.
Christina.
And I'm Yulia.
And this is Girlhood. All right. Well, welcome back to our second video.
Today,
I
think my personal favorite.
This one?
This one?
This topic?
Sure.
We know how passionate you are about body hair.
Oh, it's been such a journey.
It's good to have an expert with us.
That's a good intro to the topic.
Yeah, her favorite topic. Body hair. All right, ladies. So I guess let's take a quick deep dive, or just a deep dive.
Surface dive.
Okay.
Let's dip our toes into the topic.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, so today, as mentioned, we're going to be talking about body hair. And, I just had a question for you guys. What's your thoughts on body hair, in general, for, I guess, everyone, and then for yourself? What do you guys...
What popped into my head was, I find that in my personal experience, and this probably maybe a lot of people can relate, but I find that it was to me a much bigger deal when I was younger than it is now.
For sure.
I feel like I was...
most things.
Yeah, I just feel like I was so obsessed with body hair and just constantly being groomed properly, I would say, when I was younger, and I felt like, oh my god, everybody is staring at my body hair, everybody cares, but now I'm just I just don't care so much
Don't
anymore.
care,
yeah.
Everyone has it.
Yeah.
Same vein, though, I think about, the difference in standards for, men and women.
Yeah.
And that kind of makes me go, why is it like that?
Why do we care so much?
I have, a strong memory of, when I first started noticing my own body hair. And, because I have, thick, dark hair, obviously. Yeah. And, and you're a kid and it starts growing. And I remember feeling very awkward about, asking my mom, to start shaving. I think I brought it up with her and she was rejected it for some reason. I don't know if she was oh, my girl's growing up or whatever.
How old were you guys when you started, noticing the body hair versus, shaving or waxing, whatever you started off with?
It took a while because I remember everybody else... I remember being in class, maybe grade 6. I had body, whatever, and then I was sitting next to this girl, and my leg touched her leg, and it was so soft and smooth, and I remember being whoa, hold on.
Yeah.
I want this.
No, and I was a hairy girl growing up, especially because with the dark hair, it really I was so jealous of blondes. You always had light hair, and I was she doesn't even know. It's you can't even see it. It's there.
Yeah, but that's only because for me, I started shaving really young. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Mama, give me a razor," because I don't know, it wasn't weird for
it wasn't
me.
That I remember my mom was you're gonna cut yourself. She was just convinced that I would
my mom was literally you're gonna cut yourself. Be careful. No, that same thing, but
no, mine was no, you can't start because once you start, you can't stop.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
she was so
thing.
focused on
wasn't there that thing of you shave it, it grows back thicker and
they
tried to
Yes.
Is that not true?
I don't think it's true. No,
I'm not sure.
I
kind of think that's true.
I don't think it's true. I think it's only true when you're younger, and once you start, then it does grow back thicker. But once you've been doing it for every time, it can't grow back thicker. Well, for me, when I started shaving, I did have lighter blonde hair as a kid, and then I noticed as soon as I did start shaving, I think within a month, it was thick and black. That's why I kept going. But then after it got the thick and black for me, it was just thick and black forever. Like it never got more thicker, it never got darker. It was just thick and black after that.
No, mine was, I remember this. It was grade 6. And it was because we were having a school dance. And I was like, Mom, I really want to wear this dress, but she's too hairy. Like, I gotta shave this. And I remember when it happened, I was like, that's not what I expected. Like, it was like
the feeling of it?
Yeah. I was like, why did I think
Were
it would
you
hurt?
nervous? Were you like...
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna hurt too.
What? Yeah, I thought it was gonna hurt, and because my mom was like, no, trust me, like, you don't... I think she was scaring me, and then when I did, I was like, Mom, this feels great.
I mean,
what are you talking about?
Your 10-year-old a razor.
Yeah. I get that. I do get that.
You don't want them to kind of dig in there.
Oh my god.
Granted, she shaved my legs for the first time. I was like,
I think that
I was in a spa.
I think my mom did help me. She was like, hey, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
No, my mom, because I wanted to learn, I remember she, like, we did it together. Like, she shaved her leg, and then I just copied what she was doing. That's how she did it.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
I just remember dreading, like, the summer. So I was like, winter, you got long pants, whatever.
Yeah.
And in the summer, especially because I was, like, I think later than everybody else. I was like, damn, I got these hairy-ass legs.
How do you guys feel about, like, shaving, like, year-round? Or is it just, like, a summer thing for you guys? Or, like, spring, whatever? Because, like, where we live, obviously, we have the 4 seasons.
I think it is. It depends what I'm wearing thing.
Yeah.
I'm fine letting it grow out. Sometimes it does, like, not feel as nice. But...
It kind of makes me, like... Yeah, it kind of makes me feel icky at times. Like, if it grows too much, I'm like, oh, girl, like, you need to get on top of that.
It also, I feel like, depends where the body hair is. Like, my armpits, I can't let that grow out too long because that'll, like, they'll be stinkier.
Yeah. Like, the sweat, it makes sense,
Yeah, the sweat will stick, whatever, and it's just, like, I feel dirty. But then, oh my god, and then when, like, I get rid of all the hair on my armpits, I literally feel like a brand new woman. It's so nice.
Just the feeling of, like, fully shaved and then, like, getting into bed or something.
Yeah,
like,
it's the best feeling.
Just rubbing my legs together.
That's a feeling that the men will never understand, and I think that's one of the amazing
You know what?
parts
It's actually
about
fun. A lot of guys actually just, they want to shave their legs just to feel that feeling. They're like, I want to understand this. And I'm like, you should.
When I did shave, it was, like, do or die. Like, I felt even, like, the tiniest prickle, I needed to shave it off. Like, it was, like, this, like, in my brain, I hate the feeling of hair. I hate the feeling of hair. Now I've gotten better. Like, now I, like, don't care as much.
Okay, are you talking specifically just leg hair and armpit hair?
Yeah, it's specifically that.
Okay.
Oh,
Sarah,
I let the girl grow sometimes. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
I never got into, like, shaving, like, forearms.
I did, and she shamed me.
I did.
I shaved mine occasionally.
Well, no, because mine were like, it was just so dark, and,
Yeah,
like, and it's there,
I
like, your
get
arms
it.
are everywhere, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I noticed, and I'm like, okay, obviously, like, why not shave my arm
get
hair?
into
But I remember my mom was weird about it too, like, you shouldn't do that, and I'm like, why?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same as, like, I
That's
just
true.
didn't understand the difference.
Like, the
I remember
concept.
having a conversation
Yeah.
with you and, like, another girl, and you guys were like, oh, that's so weird, and
Yeah.
I'm like, but it's the same. I don't understand the weirdness.
My
or
bad.
whatever. But I think it's different for people with lighter hair, especially if it's in the sun, they don't notice it,
And
whatever.
it gets lighter in the sun.
Yeah.
Because honestly now, like, I trim my arm hair. Like, I'm also, like, I'm hairy. Like, my hair is, like, it's not dark brown, but it's brown, and especially, like, on my arms, like, sometimes it gets pretty hairy, so I don't shave it, because that still kind of freaks me out. But I'll trim it. I have a trimmer, and I'll make it, like, really short.
I won't lie, like, it did feel, like, when I first shaved my arms, I was like, this is a weird, like, feeling. I was like, how do I do this? It does.
Like,
After that, it's kind of like the leg effect. You put a sweater on, you're like,
for it to grow back prickly on your arms, though. No,
Here, look.
It does.
It's not. It's like it's not
That's not too
terrible.
bad.
Yeah.
It's not
Like,
like
it's not-
literally.
yeah.
I did it like. This is probably like a week already, and I'm like, it's barely there, but
But it does feel weird, like, because I don't think anybody really talks about it. People talk about shaving your legs, but then everything else, and then you're like, oh, is this just a me thing? And am I just, you know?
do you like recall like okay? So we talked about legs, how we all started whatever, shaving. What about like the vagina? That area. Down in the cooch.
girly.
Okay.
How do you, like,
It
do you
is
guys...
true, because I'm like, as a kid, I'm sure I wasn't like...
No, I
Going
let
for
her
that.
grow when I was
I
younger.
avoided that area
Same.
until probably high school.
I think, like, like
Even grade
second
10.
half of high school is when I became more conscious of it.
Yeah, mine was like grade 10, 11 vibes. A bit later.
Right. But why did you guys do it? For looks wise or like you're hooking up with people wise? Like what's
I think it was because like the other girls, it was like a common thing that the girls talked about. And I was like,
oh, really?
Probably get on top of
in my
that.
friend circles.
From my experience, I think I remember I tried to like wax by myself like summer before going to like a pool, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I would like
pool, right?
I would, but
like
I
do
would
the
like,
bikini or whatever.
I would take it to the next level, and when like my bush was like I didn't trim it or anything, which like before you get a wax, like it should be a certain length.
Yeah.
Mine was like long, and I tried to wax it. Oh my god, that hurt so freaking much. That was no, I had like wax strips from Shoppers, and I just like warm them up in my hand, and I just.
do those work?
Like it, like honestly, I only got about like a half of it, and I was like, I give up. Fuck this. Good enough.
Bro, I have a waxing story to tell you. Okay, I was young, and I think maybe it's because my mom didn't want me to shave, whatever, but I like heard about waxing, and I'm like, what is it, Mom?
Yeah.
Let's do it. She's like, fine. So she bought me like this wax thing, and it's the one with the stick, and you melt the wax and whatever. So she'd never done it before, and I'd never done it before. We covered my
Your whole leg?
the whole leg.
Damn.
Okay, wait.
Five of
So
us
it was
trying
just
to like
what?
rip. Yes.
Jesus.
That's not how you do it. Oh my god.
For you and your mom, or you were like the
No,
test
just
subject?
my leg. Yeah, she's like, you try it. We'll see how it goes.
Damn.
Oh my god, that's wild.
Girls, children, you're supposed to do like a strip at a time. You can't like cover your whole leg. And it was just, I remember it was blue. It was like this bright blue, and like everybody was like heaving and trying to get it off my thing.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
goodness.
can't imagine the pain.
I remember this one time for me. It wasn't waxing though. And like I was like shaving and I was young. I think I was like maybe like 11 or something or 12. And I was shaving in my bathroom and I put my leg I was like not dry shaving, but I didn't want to like go into the shower, so I put like shaving cream, whatever, on my legs, and I stayed out of the shower, and I just like shaved outside of the shower, and then so I had music blaring. It was like Shawn Mendes.
You remember the artist?
No, literally. And I was shaving, and I was doing my thing. And I was just singing and shaving, and then I get to this leg. Okay, this leg, perfect, beautiful, not a scratch. Okay, I get to this leg. Okay, I don't know if it was like the chorus or the best part of the song, bro. I took that razor and I went in on my leg. I have a scar.
Oh
No,
yikes.
you still have a scar?
Still have a scar. My hair, my legs are hairy. Don't mind that.
Okay,
But
okay.
this scar right here,
Wow.
it's like all the way up.
Whoa, no way. You're supposed to
That's why I'll never forget Shawn Mendes. You gave me a scar, baby. But yeah, and I got so deep. Like it was like.
And then he wrote that song "Stitches" for you.
Exactly, literally. No, but yeah, like I just remember like digging in. But okay.
Okay. Did you freak out?
No,
No?
I didn't even feel it. I think I have a weird tolerance to pain when it comes to shaving. I don't feel it at all. I don't know if it's like, I don't know, whatever. But then I see, and I'm gushing blood, and I'm like, what happened? Like, where did this come from? But yeah, and I was singing Shawn Mendes and it just went down. So just be very gentle. Apply pressure.
I've never had anything like that bad,
Yeah.
but I always get myself like here,
Oh,
like
all the
around.
time.
Oh,
my
yeah.
neck.
all the
The
time.
like, little
Yeah.
That was
knitting
Or like my
goodies.
knees sometimes. Yeah.
Did you guys ever try Nair?
Never.
Well, okay,
No.
so let's get into that. Yes.
I was.
Terrible.
I know. I was at camp and
Oh wait, no, I did. I have
it
tried
burns
Nair.
your skin. I was like, ow.
How long did you leave it on for?
She's like, you're supposed to take it off.
minutes. You're supposed to leave it on for like maximum like 10 minutes.
Potentially, yes. I was in the shower. I don't really know.
It did get rid of the hair, but because it burned, you were like, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
What was your experience with it?
Well, I used it on...
Oh, no.
So did I. It hurt.
No. What did you use it on?
Never mind.
I used it on the back door.
Oh,
on your butt.
You just went straight to that.
But because my friend she was telling me.
It's not even that funny because I'd done it too. But just because you said back door.
My friend told me about it. She was like, okay, like, yeah, it's really great for, like, because you know how hard it is to shave there, right?
Yeah.
So, like, she was like, yeah, just use Nair, but just don't get it in your, like, butthole, because that's going to sting. So I was so careful, but yeah, anyway, it wasn't bad. It did sting a little bit, but yeah, you just, like, you need to be very careful when applying.
And you only used it for that?
Yeah.
For hair.
I mean, that makes sense because like the back is very hard to different
Because
angles.
everything else I have I had a good like routine for.
Yeah.
But it was just like it was just that.
See, for me, because I did the same thing with the Nair, but it has this like, I don't know, it was like a nauseating smell.
Yeah.
And
It's not like
I
it was
just can't,
burning.
I couldn't like handle
burning,
it.
yeah.
It's acidic. It's
I couldn't handle it, and
I've
I was
never
like, I
used
can't
it.
put this on my body if like I can't even breathe it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And that's why I stopped, because I also I've done, okay, let me tell you what I've done. So I started shaving.
Yeah.
I did Nair. I've done waxing.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to try sugaring, which is like waxing adjacent. It's just like hot sugar that they melt and, you know, well,
Yeah, that would
Put
be
it on.
painful.
I think
and now I'm on laser, and now I was on laser, and now I'm back to shaving. It was a full circle moment, but yeah.
No, I did laser too, but I have so much hair. And I did like a lot of sessions, but like there's just a lot going on. And it's like dark and thick. And like
No, same.
Did it work?
It did work. It's better than it was, but I still have to shave. I think I would need more like
Sessions,
things. And then they do say like if anything happens hormonally, like if you get pregnant, whatever, like,
It
the
comes
hair will
back.
come back probably, whatever. And I started out like lower legs, bikini, and like that's it. And then later I did like upper legs too. Oh, and armpits. Armpits. I think that was a good call.
That's what I regret not
I
doing.
kind of regret bikini. I'd kind of like a bush a little bit, but maybe I'm just like with nostalgia or something like that. I don't know. I like the option of it.
Yeah.
Speaking of bushes, can I change topic? But not really. Just like I felt like I don't know how I managed a bush when I was younger, but now when it grows out, even like a good length, it's so itchy. Maybe it's because I'm wearing tighter underwear now. I can't let it grow out more than a week. But but like for just maintenance, I'll trim. I'll do the hair like very short. But yeah, I can't grow it out longer than like a week, or else it just becomes so itchy, and I'm constantly like
I
tugging.
don't miss it, you guys. So we're talking about like leg hair, arm, or whatever. But I just got so much hair. Obviously, there's some facial hair going on or whatever. I have hair like on my knuckles, like on my toes.
The toes is so bad.
Nipple hair, like it's a whole thing. There's
Nipple
hair
hair,
fucking everywhere.
yeah.
You don't have that.
Really?
You don't have nipple hair?
I have like one on this one.
It just keeps regrowing.
Yeah, literally. I pluck it out, and then like 2 months later, I'm
No,
like,
man,
oh, she's
I
back.
go to laser. I'm like, you fucking do everything.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But like when you but this
my
is
nipple
the
gets
thing.
hard. I'm like, this is awkward.
But this is the thing, like, wait, they do your nipple hair?
Yeah.
I wish I did that. I
Yeah,
don't know
man.
why.
I also have some hair here, so I'm like, do that too. My like right here.
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, like,
Yeah.
You girls
snail
are hairy.
no, and like nobody
Just
talks about
everything.
it. I remember as a kid, I'm like, am I a man? Like, why? I feel like
Yeah.
other women don't have this. Or
You know what? I actually had that was the biggest insecurity until we had like a little get together, and there was a moment when all the girls were kind of like in a little circle. I don't know why this conversation came up, but we all were like, yeah, no, like I get that too. Like I get it in those places as well. Like very common. Made me feel good.
Well, I like do dermaplaning sometimes. I'm not like an expert at it, and I know there's like a thing about like people are worried that you can break out from it, which is totally fair, and I feel like you can. I try to do it when I'm like kind of just finished my period, because like before my period I always like break out a lot, but you just have to.
Is it just like a razor?
It's not like a regular like shave your legs kind of razor, but it's like a blade. Basically.
Okay, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And you just have to like make sure that like your pre-care and your aftercare is good. So like, you know, just make sure like you oil your face. You have a nice like smooth canvas to kind of like work with, and then after just like moisturize, and because your skin's very sensitive, but that's kind of like where I'll like clean everything up, you know, like.
And you'll just do it on your face, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you guys have like tips for like, this might be different, but like speaking of that, like the aftercare and everything, like if you do notice like razor burn or whatever, something that'll like prevent that or lessen that? Have you guys noticed anything?
For me, to be honest, like my body was just prone to razor bumps. Not necessarily like my cooch.
I love how you did that.
My cooch. I don't know why, but I didn't get like any there.
Yeah.
For me, it was the back of my thighs. Only
like right here.
Yeah. Like kind of like near the like bum crevice.
Yeah, like
and
right.
then,
Yeah.
And okay, so I was actually talking to the lady who does my laser, and she said is because that's like what you're like sitting on the most.
So it rubs up.
Agitates,
agitates,
and it's also like because like here, although you're wearing pants, it kind of has like places to go, whereas like underneath you're sitting more, so it like can't poke through, and then it just curls underneath. And I was like, oh,
so we're just sitting on our asses too much.
That makes sense.
Literally.
I find like what kind of helps with razor bumps, which I've also like struggled with a lot, especially when like the first couple years of like strictly shaving, I feel like I try not to go over the areas I've already shaved too much, because I feel like that'll irritate my skin, and for some reason it does, like, I'm not exactly sure the science behind it, but it will like, I feel like cause more like razor bumps and like ingrowns and everything. And then if I can help it, shave with the grain against it, instead of against it.
Whoa, I've never done that. I always go against because it seems smoother.
It seems like it works better.
It definitely does. Like, you'll get a closer shave, but like for areas like where I would get like a lot of razor bumps, like painful ones, like my cooch.
My cooch.
Like, I try to go like with the grain as much as possible.
I have heard that. That's what my mom said as well. Like when I first started shaving, is like you have to go with the hair, and I'm like, no, this is way easier. What are you talking about? And I always stood against it.
Do you guys have any like tips to share that you've like experienced? Because for me, like I think my first tip is like don't be afraid to try different types of hair removal if that's what you want to do, but also don't feel like forced. Like you have to remove your hair, because you really don't. Like it's totally up to you no matter what stage of life you're in.
Don't feel pressure to like do what other girls are doing.
Yeah.
Or, like
until you're ready.
Yeah, no, but also that, but also just work with what works with you.
Don't be afraid to try out different methods. Although I understand it can be pricey, but what works for like me might not work for you and you, and like I think that just play the field until you find something that works best for you. And it's like also don't be like ashamed of your body hair. Like that is something I really don't understand, and I don't know why others care about it.
Okay, yes, body hair is natural and like we all have it, whatever. But there is like this internalized thing where it's like, even I'll look down, and if like my legs are really hairy, I'll be like, oh ew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like it's so like in it.
And it's interesting.
Inside you. Even though it is like it's just my hair. That's just how my body
what I just
works.
Thought of? It's like when I like, let's say like I haven't shaved my legs in a while and they're hairy. And then I look at myself like, wow, like I look like a man. But that's crazy.
Our worst fear.
No, but it's just like, why do you look like a man? You're just a human being with hair. Like
just a woman.
That's like the weird like connotation that we associate body hair with, is like not being feminine or being manly, which I think is like something we should just
get
rid of.
Remember, they're all just trying to like sell this shit, especially women.
Yeah.
Like, they're all just trying to sell us shit and make us feel a type of way.
I would probably say, like, a tip kind of going off of what you said, like, in finding what works for you, just kind of being like, not everything is like a one-size-fits-all solution. Kind of like, if you, like, for example, I shave, pluck, and use an epilator. Like, I use, and like dermaplane my face. Like, that's 4 different ways of removing hair. So it's just like, but that like works for me and it might not work for everybody. So just don't think you have to like stick with one thing. Explore different options and make your own routine and what works better for you. Body hair is a trend like everything else. Oh, just like body. 100%. Like the bush was in the 80s. Okay?
And I think it's gonna come back. That's why I'm nervous about this laser thing.
So like don't feel so much pressure like about don't feel so much pressure about like being down there. Like, you know, and if you ever like come across a person who has a preference of like like you said, I prefer someone who's, you know, completely shaven down there. If that's not something that you feel comfortable doing, don't feel pressured to do that. You know?
And if someone's like, that's the only way I will find you, that's a little concerning.
Yeah, that's a lot concerning.
Because you will find somebody who will love you for your bush.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that's all I will say.
Yeah. So to recap, change your razors. Change your razors.
Do it.
Change your razors, but don't change who you are.
And this was Girlhood. Change your razors. Don't be afraid to try something, you know, that would potentially work for you.
And body hair is natural and not
and honestly, gross. Even if like you're 9 or 10 or 12 or 18 and you still haven't started shaving, don't feel the pressure that you need to start, because honestly, it's your body, it's your choice, and that's what we're all about here on Girlhood, you know? It's something we all have to go through and we all have to, you know, deal with, but hey, like, we're all in this together. We're all ladies. We're all gonna shave, wax, pluck, tweak. I don't even know.
Tweak.
Laser. You're gonna twerk. No. I think this was a great, podcast episode on body hair, because, you know, us ladies, we all go through it and we all gotta, you know, talk about it together to, you know, help break that stigma around, you know, body hair and
our insecurities.
Exactly. Right? So I'm glad we got to share our stories and our tips and, you know, some experiences and all that. But yeah, this was a great episode. Thank you, ladies.
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay, well, I'm Tat.
I'm Thaisa.
Stina.
I'm Yulia.
And this was Girlhood.